Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原にかむすまります。かむろにかむろみのみことちて、すめみおやかむりざなぎのみこと、つくしのひむかのたちはなのほどのあぎわらに、みそぎ笑いたもうときになりませる。笑いどの神たちやもろもろのまがこと積み汚れをいたまえ清めたまえとまをつことのよしよ天つかみ国つかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨のふちこまの耳振り立ててきこしめせとかしこみもまおす広くおみかみ守りたまえ先はえたまえ広くおみかみ守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえくんながらたまちはえませくんながらたまちはえませ Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant and divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated, purified, as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom may paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive Johrei.
Obrigado, Meishu-sama.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Good and evil. People overly concerned with winning favor and gaining approval in the eyes of others are estranged from a God centered life. Good deeds, clearly visible to everyone, cannot be compared spiritually to those done secretly without fanfare. They are heaven's true treasures. Even if wrong deeds can be hidden from the eyes of others, there is no way to hide them from oneself. A good deed is something done to help others or for the good of society. An excellent way to accumulate virtue is to transmit divine light to others through Johrei. Hidden virtues are those good deeds done secretly, unknown to others. Most contributions made to charities are usually well publicized, and as a result, the reward one receives is in the form of fame or reputation. It is part of human nature to desire that. But when you accumulate hidden virtues, you receive your reward from God, which is far more precious. Hidden virtue is much better than known virtue. So, my advice is to accumulate as many hidden virtue as is possible. Then God will reward you many times over. Accumulating a hidden virtue is the most precious thing. It becomes your treasure in heaven.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Persia Alves Santos Jesuino. She's from the Jardim Maya Johrei Center in Guarulhos, São Paulo. Persia is 33 years old and has been a Johrei member for 20 years. May of 2019, she found out she was pregnant, news that made her and her husband extremely happy as they would fulfill their dream of becoming parents. However, she experienced a gestational sac issue, and at 8 weeks of pregnancy, she lost her baby. Great sadness and an indescribable pain took over her. She questioned God and Meishu-sama why she was not allowed to be a mother and why she had to undergo that purification. In early January of 2021, in an interview with her minister, Persia reported the dream of becoming a mother. She was advised to let go of her problems and serve the divine work. She received the mission to dedicate herself as a family assistant and take care of 8 homes of members. This assignment made her very happy because she felt again as a useful instrument to God and Meishu-sama. The following month, she found out she was pregnant again. However, one more time in the first exams, the detachment of the gestational sac was diagnosed and she was instructed to do absolute rest, getting up only to take a shower and do her physiological needs. Strengthening her faith and convinced that God was in charge of everything, Persia continued taking care of the family's interest to her through phone calls and receiving also intensive Johrei from her husband. After a few weeks, there was a reduction in the detachment. On the other hand, an ultrasound examination, hydrops was detected. Hydrops is a clinical condition in which there is an abnormal accumulation of fluid in parts of the fetus body, which can generate anomalies and syndromes in the baby, and even a miscarriage. She reported the diagnosis to her minister, who advised her to continue studying Meishu-sama's teachings and giving service as a family assistant. During this period, her husband channeled her at least 2 hours of Johrei daily. After 4 months, where the test found that the liquid had been completely absorbed by the body of the baby. With the great relief and surrounded by the love of God and Meishu-sama, both parents to be wept with gratitude and joy. On the 5th of October of 2021, their daughter was born, totally beautiful and healthy. Percy is deeply thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to her ancestors, for the permission to fulfill the dream of becoming a mother, and to realize that when we care for and watch over the happiness of others, we equally protected and blessed. She now commits to continue dedicating for the benefit of others, sharing this experience as proof of the strength of Johrei and the truth revealed by Meishu-sama. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you a very wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.